Okay, I'm here at the King of Prussia Mall, and Gavin, the CEO of Penfold, who is literally coming up right now, is about to buy his first Omega watch. We're gonna go do this together, and I've got the packet to prove it. Here we go. All right, so Gavin, we are in the Omega Lounge in the King of Prussia Mall. What are we doing here?
Wow, we are purchasing for me, a first Omega watch.
All right, so do you have an idea of what you like, or are you going to play with a bunch of watches and see what connects to you?
I have an idea in my head what I'm looking for, but I am going to take a look at a few different things just to sort of give myself the nudge, I suppose. But certainly something that has some heritage, that plays into obviously Penfold being a heritage and historic brand, and something that maybe plays into that, as that's a passion of mine anyway. And you know, I have my eye on specifically the SPEEDMASTER 57 with the green dial that has, you know, the Penfold color is that green. So I think that ties in quite nicely.
All right, well, we're in it for the adventure. Let's take a look. So we're sitting here, and of course the hospitality is second to none. You don't just buy a watch, it's really about also the customer experience. We've got the macarons, and we've got some Omega branded champagne, and of course we've got to go right into the libations. Liquid courage, as they call it.
The green one, obviously. This one for me is like the, you know, it is what I think of Omega when I think of a sort of historic watch. You know.
And do you know something about that release here?
Yeah.
That's that quick release that is so handy.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's clean on, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
You know, the only thing that I think that, you know, if this had a little bit more color to it, I would be like, this is the watch for me.
And then, because the second you let it go, it doesn't loosen up a little bit. And turn wrist this way. This one will look over. Here we go.
Yeah.
That will be it.
And I just wear it a little bit down there, and yeah, feels nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like light. Funnily enough, though, I know it's crazy, but that feels more comfortable than the NATO.
I agree.
Like just the way that wraps.
I think there's a time and place for the NATO, but there's something about that bracelet that is just so comfortable.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous how comfortable that is. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what I'm thinking of, like, you know, like it's something that just wraps itself around you and just is like snug.
Well, it conforms to you
Yeah,
because of all the
exactly,
different segments.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I like that. It's the classic side of this watch. What would you say is your more classic style?
It's all.
And it's this, I like the color. You know what I like about the SPEEDMASTER 57 is that it does sit that little bit lower compared to the Seamaster 300, which on my small little wrist is always important for me. It's funny, what do you think in terms of the size-wise? Do you think it looks okay on the wrist?
So that's a 42, right?
Is it a 40? It's 41, I think.
Is
It's
it?
a 41.
Okay.
I think so.
I mean,
I'm thinking the height. Yeah.
Hence, when the trilogy was remade in 17, it was a sentimental recall of that year the three pieces were made. Yeah.
And so, have they always done the Railmaster, or is it something that they did? Like
it was first introduced in 57, and since then, you know, it's kind of, because I guess comparing to Seamaster and Speedmaster,
you want in a watch, isn't it? Like in terms of just like, I know that, you know, when I look at, or I think of Omega in general, you see like the imagery of the man on the moon, you see the moon stuff, you know what you're looking at when you see the Omega. And this is what I think of when I think of Omega a lot of the times, is that moon sort of watch kind of thing, and what that represents to the brand. So it's interesting. And I do like that a lot. And I think always, even to like, before, you know, Penfold was involved with 007, I think I looked at this watch and was like, if I was going to get an Omega, I think that would be the watch I'm looking at. You know, for some reason. I don't know why. Just, you know, even the Penfold Heart has to move on. You know?
True.
In terms of, I mean, you know, you think about the Penfold Heart and what it was when it was being used by Ian Fleming. It was you know, like a smaller ball for starters. It was probably an off-white color. You know, so like that's the way the balls were made, and it's evolved. So, you know, do you want your watch to evolve with that as well? That's the question, right?
It's a good question.
Or do you want? Actually, now that I look at it, it's really nice. Now that I look at it,
I mean, look at that band.
yeah. Now that I look at that on.
I know you read all about it.
Well, if I see this and I put this on, I'm
That's
probably
gonna be
end
it.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna end up being the one. So,
So Gavin, what are we gravitating to?
gravitating towards the Moonwatch, yeah, to the original, to the OG, right?
With the original bracelet and everything.
Original bracelet and everything, yeah. Just, you know, it's we talk about when we have Penfold products, we talk about how it's history in the palm of your hands when you wear the gloves, when you hold the ball. This is history on your wrist, isn't it? So it's brilliant.
So, Gavin, what just happened?
I've just bought a watch.
Which one did you wind up getting?
The Moonwatch, the original.
Oh my
The,
gosh.
Vintage, the classic. It's beautiful.
And tell me a little bit about the Penfold, when you decided to be in the role that you are to Penfold as a heritage brand, as a part of history, as the story. Did that have any connection to the watch you chose?
Without a doubt. I mean, obviously, it's like I say, when you think about what you're wearing, what you're using, anything that has a story, to me, is more interesting than something that, that is obviously new to the game or whatever it may be. But I like my stuff with a story, with a backstory, and that could be anything from clothing to shoes to golf balls, whatever it may be. Yeah, I enjoy the backstory to what I'm using.
Love it.
Yeah. Nice and snug.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll be back.
All right.
Amazing. All right, you've got a pretty sizable bag with lots of goodies in there.
Yep.
And the best goodie of all on your wrist.
I'm walking out with it.
You're not going
The
to leave
alarms aren't going to go off.
Yeah, exactly. But the smile's not going to leave your face either.
No, it's beautiful. Thank you so
Well
much.
done, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.